Hello, hello. All right, so I'm finally back to Need for Speed. I haven't played this one in a while. In fact, I haven't played it since I recorded 3 Let's Plays and forgot to turn my mic on. So I can see the sound recording in this one, so I'm already ahead of the game. So Need for Speed is one of the first videos, one of the first games I tackled when I started recording these, and I wanted to pick one of the new games that I had received for Christmas and kind of catalog my entire playthrough. I thought that would just be an interesting thing to do and something I could look back on later. And I picked Need for Speed, and I played it for about, I don't know, maybe an hour, and I ended up recording 3 videos, but I at the time was using a PlayStation 4 headset and I had the mic switched to off, so I recorded all this commentary and ended up losing it all. So I took the videos and I recorded commentary tracks over them so that I could at least save them, and went with that. But I haven't touched it since. And now I've got I got a better mic that's not just a PlayStation 4 headset, and decided it's time to jump back in again. All right, let's see, what is this? Meet the gang at the diner. Great.
See what checks out. Yeah, I could use a breather. Hey, where's Robin at?
Don't worry, Spike. She'll be there.
Nah, man, I'm just saying, getting the
And like, I don't care so much about the story here, but I'd like to at least try to follow it so I can know what the game is about. But yeah, ultimately I realize it's really not that important.
Why don't y'all get over to the diner and I'll catch up to you?
Sounds like a plan.
Whatever happened to the old, Grand Theft Auto style games? We'd get a quick message, say, meet this person here, do this here. Like, everything's got to be a full conversation here. All right, so one of the things I wanted to do, yep, I get it. Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to do is I want to, trying to figure out how. I want to turn the music off. I just want to make sure that I, don't have any copyrighted music in my videos. Not that I'm ever going to get any ad revenue from this, but I just think it's a good habit to be in, to not, to not have any copyrighted music. There we go. That should do it. Actually, can I do? Here we go. I get it. Yeah, because I don't want all the music off. I just want the actual song music off. There we go. Yeah, like game music is fine. I just want I want the copyrighted stuff out, so that again, I'm not getting any revenue from these. I just think it's just a good habit to get into to not have anything copyrighted on your channel. So. My voice is a little scratchy tonight. I'm actually sick. I've been sick for a few days now. I actually left work early today. I felt so crappy. And I've been here for a while now, and I decided to try to boot up a game. And, oh my god. Having a little trouble controlling the car at this point. But yeah, I decided to, give this just a whirl and see how it went. If I find that it's going poorly, I may just do one and then quit, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, the reason I'm having trouble driving is because I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 3, and that still has the old control scheme where you would use the X button to drive, and the square button to brake. So I'm just all kinds of messed up in terms of how to drive. Sure. What does that even mean? Oh, there we go. Shaman, nice. Is this a collectible? What is this? Oh, yeah, it is. Nice. God knows I love collectibles. Yeah, so I'm all screwed up. I'm trying to drive the thing here, and even though this is, 2016 driving controls that I'm using here, I'm so used to playing Grand Theft Auto that all of a sudden now I'm all screwed up, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Alright, where am I supposed to be going here? I think I may actually just roam around a bit and see what's out here, because I really haven't done that. And at level 49, probably not for me. But yeah, I don't really know what's out in this game yet because I've barely played it. and the time I have spent in game has mostly been in cutscenes, which I complained about ad nauseum in my first 3 videos. Even when re-recording the audio, it's very apparent that there's too many cutscenes in this game. But, it is what it is. It still seems like it's going to be pretty fun to play. It controls well. It looks really nice. Alright, these are all very high level. Alright, let me head back to where all these other markers are. And, Jesus. Yeah, my eyes are a bit blurry too, so I'm all kinds of messed up tonight. But I had to do something with my time. I can only watch YouTube for so long. It gets a little old, so I decided to pop this in. I do enjoy racing games. Ah, damn it, it's on the ground. I do enjoy racing games. I haven't played myself a good racing game in a while. I haven't, sat down and actually completed one. I think the last one I completed was probably Forza Horizon 2, which is fun. I actually didn't like it as much as the first one. I found the first one to be a bit more interesting. I played the hell out of the first one. I actually got the full 1,000 gamer score on that one, minus the expansion. I didn't do the expansion. Rally racing's not really that interesting to me. But yeah, I played the hell out of the original game. Got the full 1,000. I really enjoyed it. I even did the multiplayer, which I usually don't do. I normally don't like multiplayer. It's just not my thing. I actually wasn't even sure this game had multiplayer. I don't remember why. I think I was over at a friend's place and we were looking for something to play, co-op or competitively, and we both have this, and for some reason we decided not to play this. I think I thought at the time it either didn't have multiplayer, or maybe because it just didn't have multiplayer trophies, since we're both trophy whores. That could be the case. Because I'm pretty sure it does have multiplayer, but yeah, like I said, not really that interested. I'll play it if there's easy achievements involved. Other than that, I'm really not interested. Although there are exceptions. I do have a couple of multiplayer-centric games that I own just because they looked really good. One was Destiny. Played Destiny for a long time and really enjoyed that. I never got to partake in the Taken King. I'd pretty much given it up at that point. There's only so much time in the day. What is all this stuff? Yay, parts. But then the other one I have is I actually have Battlefront. I bought Battlefront, and that's pretty fun too. I'm terrible at it. I'm just not cut out for shooters, multiplayer shooters. I don't have the reflexes, and I'm just too relaxed when playing games. I don't like to be on the edge of my seat. I'd rather sit back on my couch, put my feet up, and just kind of enjoy myself. I need to get off this highway because this is not what I want to be doing right now. I'd like to find something other than driving around in the rain. That's another thing I'm wondering. Is it always raining in this game? I don't think I've seen it not raining yet. Kind of reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 3. If you remember that game, it's raining quite often in that game, and it gets really foggy, and it becomes difficult to see, and it's cool at first, but it's really annoying. And when I say it's cool, I don't mean it looks like this looks cool. I mean it, was cool in 2001. Now it just looks terrible. But in 2001, it was cool. Now it's just like, okay, I can't see anything. But yeah, I don't recall playing this game yet when it wasn't raining. But I am actually pretty impressed with how well I can see, even though it's always night, because I find that these racing games with day-night cycles, I do struggle a lot at night, and I have trouble seeing, specifically in Drive Club. That game, the tracks, a lot of the tracks, or a lot of portions of the tracks aren't lighted, so you legit can't see anything at night. It's you pretty much just have to have the track memorized. You can't see, more than 100 feet in front of you. It's bad. I don't really care for that. I don't understand that, but I get the night effect is cool, but when it detracts from the gameplay, I think that's a problem. I'd rather it just be day and I can actually see things. But this taking place in a city and having everything lighted, it seems to be fine. Collect free part. Sure. Okay then. Thanks, I guess. I've stumbled across a few collectibles in this game. I don't know the extent of what's in here. I haven't taken the time to really look into it, but I've definitely stumbled across at least 3 or 4 different types. which I enjoy. I mean, it doesn't really make for a good Let's Play video, but I do enjoy hunting collectibles, and I'm probably going to do a lot of that, you know, once I've got more of the trophies and I've gotten closer to getting the platinum. Because assuming I like this game, I am interested in getting the platinum, and I do intend to do that, since I am primarily a trophy whore. I enjoy going for achievements and you know, trophies, and I mean, I don't pick my games based on that, but if there's a game I want to play and it does have a platinum trophy, I will set out from the beginning to get the platinum. You know, usually I'll play through it once before I actually start looking at guides or anything. In a game like this, I may look because, you know, it is kind of a story, but it's a racing game. It's not like I'm spoiling anything by looking up the trophy names. But in a game like, you know, for instance, Fallout, I tried not to look too much at the trophy names before I played through the game once, because I didn't want anything spoiled. And I think I did a pretty good job of that. I'm still working on that one. I've got, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or so trophies left. I've got to still get the level 50 trophy. I still got to get the 100% happiness trophy. I've got to get the 20 bobbleheads. I've got a few things I still need to do. I think I'm at level 39 now, so the level 1 I'm not that concerned with, even though I hear once you are done with the main quest, it becomes quite a grind, because those main quest stories, I guess, the main story quests give you a ton of XP, which I guess I noticed before, but I didn't notice that it was that significant compared to side quests. So apparently that one's going to be a bit more of a grind, but I'm not that worried about it. I mean, I'm still having fun playing the side quests and stuff, although I do find myself turning the game on a little bit less nowadays. So I do want to, sure. So yeah, I do want to get that one completed sooner rather than later, so that I don't end up missing out on it. But alright, come on. You just asked me if I want. Oh. Alright, let's drive this way a bit and then turn around. You just asked me if I wanted to view it. I said yes, and now you won't let me. Oof, I need to upgrade this thing. It does control pretty horribly. Not as bad as the Crew when you first start that game. The cars you start out with in that game are just atrocious. Camouflaged water tower. Oh, I see. There's 10 total, not 10 of each of these types. That makes more sense. Yeah, it seems like what are you taking, you know, 10 different pictures of the same landmark? But no, I see what it's saying. It's saying there's 10 urbex spots. You know, once again, I find myself hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting R1, thinking it's going to be the handbrake, but again, that's Grand Theft Auto 3, not this. I am struggling mightily. Come on, what's happening here? There we go. View Vista. That's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. Someone that wants to friggin' run into me, of course. Oh wow, he drove by. I'm shocked, actually. If you've ever played any of these open world online racing games, the other players in your game want to do one thing and only one thing, and that is crash into you. Seriously, nobody wants to do anything else. Nobody wants to race. Nobody wants to do co-op stuff. All they want to do is crash into you over and over and over again. And like, all right, I can see how it's funny the first time, you know, when you're 12 years old, but to just do it over and over and over again just seems pointless. But that's what kids want to do, so gotta deal with it, I guess. But yeah, it drives me nuts. I hate it. Not enough to not play, but it is annoying. I should definitely look into whether or not this game can be played offline. It probably can. I know Rivals was that way. I didn't like Rivals, and part of the problem was that it kept disconnecting me when I was trying to play it, and it would lose my progress every single time I tried to play it. But yeah, I didn't care for that game. I mean, I'm pretty sure I elaborated that in one of my videos, although now I can't remember if it's a video that where I lost the audio or not, but I know I talked about that at length in one of my previous ones. So, alright, no, I don't get how close I have to be. Alright. Morphous, whatever that is. Sounds awfully close to Morpheus. And Free part number 16. Sure. Go for it. Mustang mirror, right? I could seriously just drive around and collect collectibles and be happy with that. That's it's clearly something that I like doing. All right, I'm gonna cut this off right now and move on to my next video.